It has been a long and hard struggle for those in the World Wrestling Alliance. A struggle to win the top prize possession in the WWA, the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, it marks the final journey before the biggest event of a lifetime comes around the corner. But not only that, it has also been stated that a smaller journey has also begun and also ending with another championship up for grabs that will also culminate at the big event as well. The World Television Championship. And on this very historic night, we will recap and see how all the determined warriors tried to make it into the very end. But it has only ended with two men who will now fight in the finals. Tonight is not just about the journey for gold. Tonight is not just a night about pro wrestling and giving talents what they've got. But it is also a night where all the wrestlers fight for honor, dignity, and most importantly of all, pride.
And now, the WWA proudly presents Wrestlepride.
Hello everybody and welcome to the WWA special show. We are live in London in the Royal Albert Hall as we present to you Wrestlepride. It's more than just professional wrestling, it's more than just entertaining the audiences. Tonight, it's all about the WWA superstars putting their pride on the line, fighting for wrestling pride, fighting for the pride for what they believe in, and most importantly, the pride of what it is to be a professional wrestler. Hi everybody, welcome to the show. I'm good old JR alongside with Michael Hayes and Don West. Well, thank you very much for the introduction there, JR. I am so excited. I've been hyped up all night long for this event to happen. And finally, here in the famous Albert Hall, we're going to call some great action here tonight. And I'll tell you what, I am so looking forward to when we get to the other bigger show, which is coming up in a few days after this, European Uprising. Oh my goodness, I am fired up for this one. Well, speaking of the European Uprising event, Don West, it's going to be a big event. That's going to be held in a much more bigger arena. And for those of you guys that are scoring this at home, you better want to check that out because we have final tickets going on for sale. So don't waste any time. Click on to the new WWA.com show and you will get exactly what you need if you want to get an event to get here. Well, later tonight though, ladies and gentlemen, while we are waiting for this historic event to unfold, we're going to show you some of the recapping of the WWA World Heavyweight Championship Tournament of how it all started. It began with 9 matches and we were down to the final 2 for the finals that will take place at European Uprising. The final 2 men of this matchup, as you're about to see this final tournament unfold. Here's the recaps of how it all went down. Damian Priest. You talk about living forever. Son, I don't think you know it yet, but you've got a long ways to go before you considering on living forever. You stepped into the domain of The Undertaker, a place where very few can ever survive and live to tell about it. But unfortunately for you, this is as far as you will go in the WWA title tournament, because once you step into that ring, you're trespassing on the dead man's yard. Pray to the Lord as best you can, for you will rest in peace. Hey Deadman, I heard that you're trying to resurrect a new career since you left the WWF. Tonight, I make a big statement by dethroning you on your quest for the world title. Once I've beaten you, I will advance forward, and I will take claim of the Holy Grail. Samoa Joe, so far you've been dominating this tournament, but tonight I show you what true domination is all about. Your dreams of winning the title are about to go up in flames. Kane, you are one dominating monster. I've never faced anyone like you, but I've always dreamed of wanting to. Tonight, I put myself to the test, and I will do whatever I have to do, no matter the cost. But one thing is for certain. I will choke the flames that burn within you and end your dream of winning the coveted title. Undertaker, you consider yourself to be an unstoppable phenom. This unholy trinity of yours is not going to be strong enough to save you from the clutches of what I'm capable of doing. So far, you've so-called buried everyone that's come your way. But this time, it's you who's going to be buried 6 feet under. As for me, I will carve my way through, and I will win the World Heavyweight Championship. Doomsday is coming, Undertaker. Tick-tock. Karrion Kross, you have carved a damage of destruction that has definitely caught my attention. You are one badass, but you're no American badass like me. Once you climb in the ring with me, you will feel the pain. But as for your journey to become world champion, this is where you will take your last ride. Ladies and gentlemen, the opening contest is set for one fall. Introducing first, from Bray County, River Island, weighing 190 pounds, Phil Balor! His opponent, from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing 207 pounds, Ricochet! here's your winner, Ricochet.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing at this time the chairman of the WWA, Glen.
Well, I gotta say, what an impressive turnout here in the London Arena. Ladies and gentlemen, are you guys having a good time or what? Whoa, what a loud reaction. That was definitely what I was expecting. Well, I gotta tell you, ever since the WWA had just begun, there was a lot of talk and a lot of hype, and, well, there were plenty of doubters to think that this revolution would not come full as it did. But wow, I gotta tell you, in the first month since its launching, we've had so many fans who have come up and seen some of the best action of wrestling I've ever seen since we started. But it's still early days, and we've got a long way to go before we get to the big leagues, guys. However though, there was a bit of talking going around concerning not this night, but the following event, which we have our first pay-per-view known as European Uprising, which is taking place right here in London. And I gotta tell you, it's gonna be a historic night. You can grant that. Now, in the back, all the talent are so fired up to get everything out of the way tonight because they are so excited to be part of something special. But right here in the capital of the UK, this is a night where they show their pride for you guys, for this business that they love, and the sport that they've always wanted to be a part of. However though, there's something else that's been coming up here that I've had a couple of complaints with, and it's to do with two men. Or make that three, I should say. And that's with Damian Priest, Samoa Joe, and my wrestling hero, Kane. Now it's no secret, you guys all saw what we saw on the highlight reel there. Earlier tonight you saw the recapping of the WWA Heavyweight Title Tournament, and in the semi-finals, Kane and Joe put on what I thought was one of the best matches that I've ever seen. That was until right near the end, where Kane got screwed over, had his mask taken off by Damian Priest. Now I know some of you fans weren't appreciative of it either, and I'll admit I wasn't that fond of it either. But also, Samoa Joe sent me a complaint that he wasn't too happy about the victory that he got. A count-out victory. Now I can totally understand the way how Joe thinks. He will do anything that is necessary to get his matches out of the way, but the way how this unfolded was not the right way. So Samoa Joe, if you're here, I'd like you to come out here and state your complaint here out to these fans. Samoa Joe, it is an absolute pleasure to be in your presence tonight here in London. Never thought I'd see the day that I'd see one of my original heroes from TNA stand right before me. But I gotta tell you, you're here for business, you want to get down to it, well, the floor is yours. I appreciate your kind words that you've respected me as a wrestling fan for all these years, Glen. I got nothing against you, but I will have to say, the complaint I made to management was right there. I didn't need any help in defeating Kane in the semi-finals. Hell, when I saw the whole footage, we absolutely delivered. We kicked ass all the way to the very end. But Damian Priest, you had no right to get involved in that match. I could have lost graciously to Kane, and he could have gone on to the finals to face his brother in the finals for the title. But no. Instead, it's me who's advanced, and I wasn't too pleased about the victory. A count-out victory doesn't cut it for me. So that's why I need you to get your ass out here and explain to yourself the reasons of what you did. And I bet you Kane is here tonight, and he will want answers to know from you too. These people here in London want answers as well. So we haven't got all night, boy. Come on out and explain to yourself. Or do I have to go back there and find you and drag you out back here in this arena, and then you can tell us? Joe, take it easy. I know that you're absolutely PO'd. You didn't like the victory that you got. Heck, I didn't like the victory that you got either, and nobody else did either. Priest, do not waste any time. We are calling you out, so please do the right thing and man up.
Well, what do we have here? The owner of this company and a Samoan douchebag who was complaining when he actually had a victory, and now he's advancing and one step closer to becoming the champion of the WWA. Samoa Joe, you don't need to complain. I did nothing wrong of the sort. I just made it just a little easy for you because, judging by how badly Kane beat you, not to mention that tombstone he gave you, I don't think you probably wouldn't have made it to European Uprising. As a matter of fact, you don't look like you're in good condition at this time. You know, you should be laying off and cooling off back at Huntington Beach, California, and let The Undertaker become the champion by default. Hell, if I was in your shoes, I'd do that, man. But your pride is getting the better of you. You want to know the reasons of what I did to him last week? Why I did what I felt was necessary? Why don't we go back in time just a little bit, and I'll explain it better. You see, when I lost to The Undertaker in the quarterfinals, I took matters into my own hands and decided to kick The Undertaker's ass to show how much I disapproved of having my opportunity taken. And that's when Kane came in. And when I looked at him in the eye, I asked him, what is he gonna do about it? If he had an issue with me, he should have come forth like a man. But the week after that, prior to the semi-finals, in the pre-show of Hot Wired that week, when I was having my match with Rey Mysterio, Kane came out and chose to blindside me. And so, when I was laying there, I asked myself, who is this big red badass that everybody keeps talking about ever since he came here? I haven't seen him, and I'm still here standing. So I'm sure, behind that mystique of Kane, he's gotta be looking at himself in the mirror and questioning himself. Is he not really that much of a badass that he thinks he is? So Kane, I hope you're hearing this, because it's pretty clear that you want me so badly to get back at me after what I tried to do to you. Come European Uprising, I took it upon myself to speak to WWA management, and I've issued a challenge to you at the biggest show. It's not going to be any sort of match. Oh, no. Since you're big and you're bad and you'd rather have the rulebook thrown out the window, I'll admit I kind of like to play a little dirty myself. How about we have ourselves a London street fight? How's that sound to you? I hope you give me your answer, because I haven't got all night. As for unmasking you, I was just a little curious to see if you were disfigured underneath that mask, from what I was told. But come European Uprising, I'm gonna make it personal. I'm gonna beat you, I will batter you, and unmask you one more time before I punk you out in front of the world. And after I am beating you, I will go on to try and reclaim what I should have won. If your brother is able to become the champion, or if Samoa Joe somehow becomes the champion, they've got me to deal with. Just keep in mind, what Davian Priest wants, Davian Priest gets. And once that's taken care of, I will go on to have a career here. And I'll live forever. Now hold on a second there, Priest, hold on a second. Let me kind of just rewind that back of what you just said there about a few minutes ago about saying, taking it like a man and moving on. Well, I'm not so sure if my memory's been affected after that tombstone pile driver Kane gave me on the ramp last week, but if I'm not mistaken, if we can go back just a little bit further, you actually said that you attacked The Undertaker after he defeated you in the quarterfinals. It seems like you don't back up on your own words either, do you, Davian? It seems like you took matters into your own hands and showed how disapproval you are. You call yourself a man? I think you're more like a coward rather than that. And since you don't even grow a pair of balls either. You know, you can chit-chat and speculate all you want, but you're not going anywhere tonight, pal, because you got me to deal with. You see, despite Kane gave me one hell of a beating and an ass-kicking that I won't forget, there's mutual respect that I have for him. And because of what you did, I will avenge him. Tonight's gonna be me and you, Priest. You will be scrapping with me tonight here in London. Before we even get to European Uprising, I'm all here for a fight. No match, no bloodbathing. I'm here for a fight. I don't want no refereeing, I don't want no bell ringing. I just want a good old slobber knocking to teach you a valuable lesson. Hey, Joe, cool down, pal. You absolutely got your ass handed to you by Kane last week. Why can't you just appreciate the fact that I saved your ass rather than screwing you? Oh, saving me? Saving me? No, Priest, you got that all wrong. I cannot No, Priest, you got that all wrong. You screwed Kane, and you made me look like an absolute douche and a weakling who needed it. Haven't you not forgotten? I'm Samoa Joe. I'm the Samoan submission machine, and I can more than capable of winning matches on my own with nobody to back me up. Joe, calm down. Priest is... Whoa, Joe, just calm down here, man. Save your energy. He's trying to get into your head here. He's trying to make you show up, alright? Just chill. Glen, I have nothing against you, pal. I can understand you are a good fan of mine, and I respect that, but this ugly breed is really pissing me off here. And Whoa. Hey, camera guys, what happened to the lights? Have you had a power outage or something? Samoa Joe, Davian Priest. How fitting it is that the final journey before European Uprising ends here. You know, Joe, we can finish what we started last week here tonight. I can barely wait. But you, Davian Priest, what you tried to do to me was unforgivable. You tried to show the world of what I am and who I am. You tried to show normal society what I look like from under this mask, what I've tried to hide my entire life, what the people of this world can never accept. The fact that I am, and always have been, is a monster. Well, you challenged me to a London street fight. I accept your challenge. But make no mistake about it, Priest. You've only sealed your fate, and the ending result will not be pretty. Now, Samoa Joe, I think it's safe to say that you and I have unfinished business. We can sell it here tonight, and we can find out who is the better machine out of the both of us. But it seems like you and I have a certain enemy in common. And that is you, Damian Priest. You had no right to get involved. And you took the coward's way of trying to expose my disfigured face. Well, tonight, you will get a small example of what I will do to you at European Uprising. Glen, my #1 fan who's idolized me for so long, there's only one request that I ask of you tonight. Make this triple threat a no disqualification. Kane, if that's what you want, I'll be more than happy to make that official. Joe, what about you? You like it too, do you, Joe? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you just got it right there. Tonight, it's going to be a no disqualification triple threat match featuring Kane, Samoa Joe, and Damian Priest. Hey, whoa, Glenn, whoa, hold on a second here. You can't just accept that just because your hero told you to. Priest, I think you're missing the point here. Kane asked me, and I made the final decision. And now it is official. It is done. So get your ass back there before this battle is even forced to be wrong before I change my mind. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is your main event, and you're gonna get it.
Following contest is set for one fall from Boston, Massachusetts, the boss, Sasha Banks. Here's your winner, Sasha Banks. here's your winner, the Governor, Martin Stone.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what we've had so far tonight in London, and it's not over yet. We've also got some great news to inform you that we've had a new title that will also be held at European Uprising, and that is for the World Television title. We said briefly in the beginning, but here's what has gone down. Apparently, that has led up to this. Apparently, on the pre-show before we came on live tonight, 4 individuals took part in this event. They had Bobby Roode, Pete Dunne, Braun Breaker, and Williams. And as you can tell by these shots right here, Bobby Roode was the first one to advance in his match, and he definitely had a lot of confidence going into it. And then Braun Breaker won on his matchup, and apparently he is just as determined as ever to get the gold. And of course, on their pre-promos, both men are determined to settle the score once and for all. The rivalry that they have had since the launching of the WWA back at Hot Wide in Birmingham, well, at European Uprising, it's all going to come to a head. Their rivalry will come to a close, and it will happen when one of those two men are going to walk into European Uprising, but only one of them will come out as the victor and will become the first holder of the WWA World Television title. I'm so excited for this, JR. I really cannot wait. I mean, we've got a World Heavyweight Champion crown in the main event of European Uprising, and now we've got the TV title coming into play. Boy, oh boy, I can predict that this is going to be an historic event when we get there. I'm looking forward to it too, guys. I literally cannot wait to see 2 new champions crowned in one night. It will be historic, Michael Hayes. Oh boy, it will. Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to ringside.
The following contest is set for one fall from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing 295 pounds, Brock Lesnar. here's your winner, Brock Lesnar.
After displaying a dominant victory, Paul Heyman gets into the ring with a microphone, standing beside Brock Lesnar and addressing the audience. As you have just seen, my client, Brock Lesnar, conquered heavy machinery here tonight, and it's only serving as a perfect example of what will happen at European Uprising to Karrion Kross. Because you see, Brock Lesnar was to be involved in the WWA Championship tournament and was to excel his way through all the way to the finals and claim the championship. But unfortunately, out of cowardness, Karrion Kross ambushed and absolutely battered Brock Lesnar to the point where he was not able to compete. And as you know, when you attack my client in such cowardly manner, Brock Lesnar is not going to forgive nor forget, and most importantly, will not move on until he gets what he needs, and that is to get retribution, revenge on that of who took his chance of becoming the first heavyweight champion of this brand new industry known as the WWA. Now, as you have seen, Heavy Machinery tried to pull up a valiant effort against my client, but they all got squashed just like that. And that has not satisfied my client's appetite of pain and punishment. Because you see, Karrion Kross, what you have seen is exactly going to be what will become of you at European Uprising in London. My client is bloodthirsty and starving to death and wanting to dismantle you from head to toe until there's nothing more of you but a shattered, battered body of who you are. You can come with everything that you've got. You can train for as long as you want. You can think of the strategy of how you're going to try and beat Brock Lesnar, but it will be academic, for you will be seeing your own demise. And face it, Karrion, you're nothing like Brock Lesnar. You're not the next big thing. You may appear to be a monstrous beast and carnivore of a man that you think you are, but you and Lesnar are not one and the same, nor are you identical in the strength brutal department. And keep in mind, Kross, if you think you can try and choke out or knock out my client, you might want to think again. Because you are looking at the most dominating athlete in sports entertainment. No, I correct that. You are looking at the most dominant man in professional wrestling history. Because come European Uprising, Karrion Kross will go up to the penthouse and will be F5'd all the way down into Satan's pit and will be conquered by the future, soon in time, reigning and defending undisputed heavyweight champion of the World Wrestling Alliance, Brock Lesnar.
Hello, Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar. It seems like fate was inevitable that we will clash at the biggest show of the WWA. But let's go back for a few weeks, okay? You want answers? You want to know the reasoning of why I had to do what I felt was necessary? It's very, very simple. You don't even deserve to be a world champion in this industry. You, Lesnar, stepped into my turf, a place where I could feel whole and be the true beast and dominant of this company. The WWA title would have been my crown glory. I would have dominated and taken the competition left, right, and center. However, though, you posed a threat to my plans. And so, I had to do what was right. Take you out of the equation and take your spot, and eventually work my way through in the tournament and into the finals. And you saw it with your own eyes. I was that close, this close, of taking the Undertaker back to Death Valley and going in to reclaim what would have been mine. But in the heat of the moment, when victory was there, you swooped in and absolutely tarnished what would become my biggest victory yet. And that I will not forgive. And so, revenge is the only way I can go in taking you out. European Uprising will be your downfall, Lesnar. And just to show you, I will make sure that you don't survive the punishment that I'm about to inflict on you. Just let you know, Lesnar, you brought this all upon yourself. You dug yourself into a hole you're not coming out of. And you made the biggest mistake of your life when you cost me that match with The Undertaker. And just like everybody else that came before you, the bell will toll for you, and your time will run out. Prepare to witness your own doomsday, Brock Lesnar, for the beast incarnate shall be slayed by me. Tick-tock!
Well, Kane, we are just mere moments away from the main eventing that will feature you, Samoa Joe, and Damian Priest. But it kind of feels like that you did request this match to making it a no DQ when you could have just easily just accepted it as an ordinary triple threat match. You know, Sean Mooney, you're very brave into asking me that type of a thing. But what you fail to understand, I requested it to be a no DQ match. What Damian Priest did to me was unforgivable. To try and expose the monster that I've kept hidden for all my life. But tonight, me and Samoa Joe have the honorable pleasure, delighting in horror, in giving Damian Priest the punishment that he so rightfully deserves. And once we're done with him, the both of us will finish what we started last week. One of us will come out on top, regardless of the outcome. And at the end of it, I can look forward to dishing more punishment to Damian Priest at European Uprising. You know, he has no idea of what he's stepping into the ring with. Because once it's all said and done, when European Uprising ends, all that will be left of him will be a charred and battered remains of who he used to be. Once I've torn Priest's face apart, once I've made him bleed and suffer, once I've ripped out his pretty black hair, when I've charred his tattoos beyond recognition, when I've beaten him up so badly that his appearance is so repulsive to normal society that he too gets to wear a mask as a shield. Once I've done that, it'll all be legal.
Following contest is set for one fall and is your main event of the evening. Introducing first, from New York City, weighing 249 pounds, Damian Priest. His opponent, from the Isle of Samoa by way of Huntington Beach, California, weighing 280 pounds, Samoa Joe! From parts unknown, weighing 326 pounds, Kane! here is your winner, Samoa Joe!
Samoa Joe, you may dance in your victory tonight at Wrestlepride, but within the next 3 days, your dream of becoming the first WWA World Heavyweight Champion, it meets its demise. There's no turning back on the journey that you started. No matter what strategy you will come up with, it will not be able to escape the clutches of the Reaper. Come European Uprising, your soul will be mine, as will the Holy Grail. But as for you, just like those that came before you will rest in peace.